Hey, and welcome to this video. In this video, I'm going to show you how we can go from a standard WordPress website to a optimized webshop like Dore Rose. This video will be with as low as a budget as possible. So we only have buy the essential plugins and tools. And you won't have to hire a agency. Just stick around and watch the tutorial and let's get right into it. First things first, this video is strictly for educational purposes. Everything I show you here is meant to help you learn how to build your own professional webshop without spending thousands of euros. And the plugins that we need are, first of all, a theme that we'll be using. We'll be using the theme Flatsome. I will be taking you through the steps and processes of how you can upload the theme to your website. You'll need to buy this theme. It costs around 60 bucks. It's also possible to buy a whole bundle package. Just look in the description down below, or you can maybe type down a comment and we will get in touch with you with all the plugins that we use right now in this tutorial. We'll offer them at a low price, so you won't need a high budget to build this website because we already have the theme on our site. I'm going to start by dropping in the theme, and I'm going to start by uploading the theme from our end here. And if you have never set up a Flatsome or a theme in general, almost every theme is the same process. So let me just activate it. By the way, if you prefer to have a custom built webshop by me, that's fully optimized for conversions, e-commerce, CRO. You can reach out to the link in the description for a personalized solution. If you want to do it yourself, then stick around and watch this tutorial. So as you can see, we have uploaded a theme, and this will instantly change a lot of things on the website. As you can see, the whole layout has now already changed. So, but we will get to this result in the end. Don't worry. Now, the second important part that's also important is we need to have the same font, of course, because you want to have the same font as the website that we're making. If you want to try and find the font, it's actually pretty easy. You just right click and you go into the inspect elements, and I just dig through it and try and find the font here. Font file Neuwe Haast Display Roman, because we actually already have this font. It's a paid font. Just like I said, this website is making millions a month, so yeah, of course they'll have a paid font. That's just basic logic and knowledge that they'll have something a bit more premium. To install this font, we will go to this plugin right here. It's called, let me get the plugin. The plugin is called Use Any Font. And here we have the Use Any Font uploader. They were using this font right here. It's in the Adobe fonts library, but we don't need that. We already have this. If you're also looking for this font file, we can of course share this with you. Let's go into pages, and here we will start by making the first homepage. In this tutorial, we also only tackle the homepage that we will be making, and in the further tutorials, we will tackle the the product pages, etc. So we first start off with the homepage. Let me see. We go into the customizer of Flatsome, and you see they have a top bar. They have a top bar above the top bar. They have the main header and they have the bottom header. So header main is we upload, grab this image as a logo. Of course, you won't get the template file with their logos. That will be just outright stupid and copyright, and we don't do anything that's copyrighted or against the copyright laws. So, but for the purpose and educational sake of this video, we will be using their logos and their images. So they'll have a main menu on the left, and they have a search icon on the right. Then we put this one to there, and as you can see, they have a top bar with a rotating marquee language. So this is where we use ChatGPT. Here, can you make me a HTML CSS marquee rotating text with this? To get this color, we'll use this, and we will get to the top bar right here. Background color, publish this, the same color will be there. To get to the width, we'll need to go to the header style, with the layout, and this will be 1600 pixels. To get to the header account, they have a image right here. It's a empty image from the inside. Show label, no. Then you go into the search icon, that's like that. And then you go to the card icon, that's like this. This will just be the basic. We will later on with the CSS, we will edit this so it looks exactly the same. Auto review mini card, yes, and this is a mini card drawer because look, they also have a drawer. Then we go into the header main, and we go to background color is white. And don't add a shadow. This is a M, this is a M. Navigation height, navigation push. Icons color will be black. Let me double check this. Is it black? The hover, we'll keep it on black because it's not necessary in my book. So then you go down here, and here we add HTML1, HTML2, HTML3, and here we have the header bottom. The header bottom is black, so we go to header bottom. We make this a bit smaller. Then we go to the background color is black. HTML1. The marquee language is done in the meantime. Here we add HTML4. Let me see, how will this look? HTML4. Spring 30%. Alright, so ChatGPT didn't understand it correctly. So here I will send them a screenshot of what it needs to look like. Needs to look like this. All right, let's continue. For now, we'll just put this away. Here we have the HTML1. It says natural materials. Let's just copy that like this. And yes, you can see, yes, it has a check mark icon, natural materials. So, of course, that's not how we want to have the real website looking. To have this check mark icon, there will be also some necessary CSS that will be needed. Let me see, like this, look, beautiful. And let me see, the text will be, here as you scroll down to the CSS, you'll see this span. And here you can change the text to whatever you want, natural materials. This is the checkmark file. This is the exact same file from their page, but of course it's not recommended. Don't use their checkmark file. That's just common knowledge. Just don't do that. That's just outright stupid. We will also won't provide any of their files into this because that's not the way that we won't provide any of their material or files or texts. Any of that, no, we won't do that. So here, as you can see, I've added the font family, also on the navigation. So this is just the Roman text. We will later put in the bold text, uppercase. Is this everything is uppercase at their side. So we just need to change the header bottom color here like this, and then we copy this doc type to HTML2 and HTML3, and this is the text they're using. That's pretty nice. 500,000 customers. Here you go. It's should be in the middle. So here, and the third part, easy returns. That should be here. Let me just look for the span. As I told you, the span is what you're looking for. Here it is, and you add this, easy returns. And then we just switch these around because that's just easier. All right, then we have this top bar menu right here. And they have these rotating top bar above. So they have the top bar rotating here, and then you have the top bar right there. So for this, to keep this as simple as possible and to keep this as beginner friendly as possible, we will, let me see, the sales banner, is this already done? But we will just make this as simple as possible for everyone watching and following along this tutorial, so that you can have the best outcome for the lowest price. Let me see how it will look. All right, so is this marquee? No, okay, all right. So alright, so I asked this with ChatGPT. In the meantime, while ChatGPT is cooking that up, I'm going to add a top bar menu right here. I'm going to add some fodder pages so we can, and what's the code? They have the support, email, sign up. So this is the contact thingy right here that we add. Yeah. No, we had, is this languages? Is that it? Yeah, we'll keep languages for now. We will later put in these things right here. Or maybe we will just add this one right here, HTML4. It's rotating. Oh, beautiful. So spring shop 30% off. All right, let me just change this right now. It needs to make this, only this second part bold, but I think, yeah, here it looks, I think it makes everything bold. Only make the part up to 30% of bold, and the spring sale not. All right. Also make it slower. Alright, so it will be busy with that. So I'm going to publish this really quickly, and I'm going to put this in here for now. And alright, publish this, and we're going to head over to the back end of the website, and we'll add some pages. Of course, for because this will be a multiple part series, we'll be recreating all these pages as well, but for now I will also be making this drop down, but this will be a ongoing series for now. But for the sake of this tutorial, I'm going to only add these pages right here. So this in a menus, then we're going to call this M1 for the main menu. And here we have the custom links for now, and it's called shop all. It's called best sellers. This is called compare. This is called about. And this is called sale. So save menu. Then we're going back into the front end. This will be the last types of small changes that we'll be doing to the header part before we actually can get over to the developing of the website, the design, etc. So as you can see, this looks horrendous. So we're going to the main menu, and navigation color will be black. The navigation size must be a bit smaller. As you can see, the Dore Rose is all about the simplicity of the website. So this is also a bit of a lighter font, but for now we won't bother that much about the font. We'll just go into ChatGPT to see if he has made this, because it's not a race. We're not Max Verstappen that we need to hurry up like this. Let me see, it's a bit slower. Actually beautiful. Lol. Alright, so let's continue. So we'll go to ChatGPT once more. We'll publish this really quickly, and we'll go into right mouse click right here, inspect. We're going to make this full screen because, and let me just zoom this here out really quickly. Yeah, so look, for this part we'll need to find the menu item name, menu item 23. Make this menu item this color through CSS. And to find the correct color, we'll just drop this in here. All right, let's have ChatGPT do the magic, and then we're going to over the just really quickly settings, general, and here we'll show you that you need to. All right, editor, you need to block out this part right here because here's an email shown. Block out this part. All right, let's head over to the settings and then the writing. No, have the reading. Here, a static page. This will be home. This will be at the post page. For now, it's not necessary. So let's see when we now go to ChatGPT here, hover, and then we go into this part right here, additional CSS. Paste this right here. Let me just remove this part of hover. Yeah. All right. Look, it's blue. Blue as you can do. Blue as you can be. Let's go into the custom content, HTML3, because I know it's a small error. As you can see, it's the natural minerals. The letters are natural. If you want to make this bold, open this signal. This, what's it called? This thingy right here. I'm typing this like house part, not house, half house bracket, I think. And then you just put this here behind /b. So because then you make one part bold, another part not bold. So also here for the HTML2 and 3, we go into the span section, and then let's see, they have the word. Oh, they here have nothing, and here's the 500,000. So we just need to get to the 500,000 right here and make this like this. So we have that. Then we can publish this. We can press here for the home page, and we can start going to the home page. All right, and we go to edit page, and we're going to edit this through the UX builder. So edit with UX builder. We'll be editing this through Flatsome, the Flatsome UX builder. And I forgot one part. We go back really quickly, and we go to the default template and put this to page fill width. Then you go back to the edit with the UX builder, and here we start by extracting this first image. Of course, this is for educational purposes only. Don't go and extract their images. That's just outright stupid. It's copyrighted content. So just don't do that. Here, let me see if I can find this image really quickly. Once again, because this is for educational purposes only. And maybe in sources, and then they'll have CDN. Here you can see shop files. Here the product files, and you see banner. It's probably somewhere here, banner. Let me just zoom through it. Here it is, banner homepage. Open a new tab, then just save this as. All right. And here we are going to start off by adding a section. And in this section, we're going to put the padding to 0 pixels. Then we're going to put the banner in. And they have a banner with the text on the left right here. And they have this rated with the stars. So, oh, they turned off that. I think they've turned off to copy the copy text. So I'm just going to screenshot this, type this out, because I can't be bothered to retype that. All right, so I'm going to open this banner. I'm going to press on it, and I'm going to upload this right here. this image. We'll put it on original to have the quality the same. As you can see, they have a slide overlay over the slide overlay. It's like a golden-ish color. It's just a slide overlay. Let me see if I can get this right. It's about... it's a bit more to the dark side. Yeah, I think something like this. Then we got the content right here. I'm going to paste the content like this. Refine sleep. Alright. Refine sleep wellness. So just going to put the H2 and put this to the left. And here we have the normal paragraph text. Let me see, do I have a big... No, then I have here the normal text. And we're also going to put this to the left. We're going to make this a bit smaller. And we're going to move this around to around here. It looks a bit blurry. Let me refresh this really quickly. And as you can see, they have a much larger header. Yes, better. So we're going to layout the height. We're going to make this a bit bigger so it adjusts to the image, maybe around 650 pixels. Here we're going to add a button. The button will be applied, and because this text box needs to be aligned to the left, the button will be aligned to the left. Then we're going to shop now. To get the radius the same, they use around 5 radius. The background color is white and the text is black. The padding to the left is around 15 pixels. This is also 15 pixels. This is 5. This is 5. This is maybe 25 in hindsight. This is also 25 in hindsight. Let me see. How's it look? All right. Let me just get the text a bit smaller. The text needs to be a bit smaller, and all right, what we're going to do is just gonna, all right, like this. Give me the CSS for this. We're just gonna apply this really quickly. All right, update, and then we go to the home page to look at the home page, and here we're going to inspect and get the element ID, button white, add it to this class. Is this the right class? Button white? Yeah, I think it is. Or is this yes, it's the whole text. And let me go to the customizer. Additional settings. Alright, so it looks better, but now the color of the text needs to be changed. 12.4, 12.4. Alright, I go to style, typography. I'm sorry. Here, style, colors. Base color black, headline color black. Alright. Primary color of the buttons on their shop. The primary color is so let me see. Black. Tooltip colors, review style colors, publish. Alright, just only needs to be. So if something like this occurs where the text doesn't change immediately, you go into style, additional, and the color needs to be important. And there it is. And the color isn't navy, it's more black. And then we have the font weight. Yeah, but the font size needs to be like 12, and this should be also important, and this should be like 48, maybe 48-ish. Yeah, that's pretty clean. And they shouldn't be 12. They should be maybe 9 or 10, 10-ish. Yeah, yeah, that's pretty decent. All right, let's get down to the next part, because the next part is the slider with the images. As you can see, you have a slider right here where you can show the products. Let me see if we can add a product really quickly to the page. Products, all products, and let me get this deep sleep mask. Save. All right. Products, add new product. Deep sleep mask, set product image. All right, once, and then publish. And I'm going to duplicate this product a couple of times so that we can have the full slider here. Duplicate, 1, 2. Let me count this really, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so we should effectively have 4 images for the homepage. So let me duplicate this. So this is free. And let's continue to the last one, and this is 4. And also, so effectively for this tutorial currently, the only thing you should at this point have bought is the Flatsome template. And yeah, you can get this like for a couple of bucks. It shouldn't be $60 or any high price. And if you want to know how, just shoot a message in the description. All right, let's continue down to the next one. And let me see, they have a product slider right here, so there should be a product slider. Ah, beautiful. One of the products isn't published, I think. So let me head back into here and go here, section. Let's go into a product. What is a 1 column section? 1 column, and in this column there will be products. Oh, I accidentally pressed on 2 things, so let me just remove the product categories. And this is a fill slider. I'm sorry, this is a slider, but I need to check in here really quickly if the products are published. All products. This is a draft, so edit and publish. And then we go to the apply and refresh this really quickly. Let me see. Ah, I didn't save it. My bad. So let's add in this. Oh, I did save it. Nice. So smart. This background color will be F7, F7, F7. So it matches up perfectly with this. And because there are now no sliders, but for no extra products. But let me just, for the sake of it, add 1 more product. And let me duplicate this really quickly. Let me publish this also. So now the style is, let me see, this will be simple. Deep sleep mask, copy, copy, copy. And then we have there's no add to cart because they don't have stock. Just not to waste, I'm not going to waste your time watching me add a regular price and stock to this. But as you can see, this is a functional product slider for now. and it displays the case of this tutorial. Then we continue down, and here we have a banner with rounded corners and this image and text. So what you effectively can do is, instead of making the whole banner again, we just add in a new section, or we duplicate this section right here, duplicate it, and instead of having one banner, we make a row with inside one column, and in this column we drop the banner that we already made. So we have this row, this column, and then we drop the banner in here. Boom, like this, just a couple of seconds. As you can see, there's more padding from there, so it's a bit smaller. Then we go into the row, we make this custom, and we change this up to maybe 650, no, 1200, it's 1200. All right, then go into the banner, and here we go to the image. Effectively though, you have this bestseller part up there. So we're going to go to our good friend make me a HTML code from this where I can change the text that's inside. Let me see. Yeah, I'll be doing that. Here I'll be okay. Oh, I can copy this. That's nice. Silk sleep masks, like that. And this is the content also, so we can remove this. We have the button right here, shop now, shop sale, shop sale, same rounded button. And this is a bit higher up, so like this. And here we'll have this image that we find through sources, and then maybe I can get it in here. Yeah, here's the image. This is the mobile image. This is the desktop image. Save as banner 2. I'm going to drop this in here. And upload it really quickly. Yeah, it should be changed. Yeah, it's perfect. As you can see that I don't have any kind of overlay on the image. The text isn't that good visible. I would change that, but hey, it's on my side. So let me grab this ChatGPT text, and above here, ChatGPT isn't cooking. Let me see if I do this like this, and I add a HTML part above, and then I paste above in the HTML tab like this. All right, so the only problem is, let me send them a screenshot. ChatGPT works better with screenshots. Here is a screenshot. I am looking for the blue part, the navy blue part. All right. So below that we have some custom content from Trustpilot, and to have this in your website, we have actually developed a custom script for this. You go into Appearance, Theme File Editor, and then we go into the, let me see, yes, here's the script. And we go into the theme file and the editor. Understand, this is the best practice. I advise you to use a child theme. So you can copy me, but on your own risk. Actually, if you just paste this code in, there won't be a lot of problems that can actually happen. But I just want you to know that this isn't that good of a practice. So we type in the shortcode carousel, we update it, and let me see if we look at the homepage right now, how it looks like. Whoa, that's kind of sick. So this is actually a bit annoying me that it doesn't look good. So I'm going to fix it really quickly. Editor, this part you can eventually change the width of the images to 75%, so it looks a bit more cleaner. And yeah, so the images won't be shown fully, but that's just, I think, in my opinion, busy work for the template, because you won't be selling these same products. And this image right here is fixed like this. And let me see what did ChatGPT make from this one HTML script. So let me move on to this part right here. So HTML, bestsellers above, apply, paste it. Then we have the carousel here under here, but let me see, how does it look right now? Editor, edit out that tab that I just shown. All right, see our reviews with the Trustpilot script. How does the original look? All right, they have it contained, so meaning that this part should be added in here. Apply, and let me see, how does it look? That looks horrendous. So let me remove this part right here and go into here, and let me go one new row. We'll remove this column and remove this column, and in this row let me make this center and middle. Here we have the text that's called carousel. This is the shortcode that actually just pulls up the text. I go to here, and let's see. All right, still looks horrendous. Then we go make this a bit broader, and here's the website. Yeah, I think for this carousel we need to make it full width. Meaning that we just drop it in there. Yeah, that's better. So here you have a display of the reviews that you have received for your shop. Here we have a 2-column section with 2 images. So we add this, what we do is we duplicate this section. We're going to drop this section down below, and here we're going to duplicate this row, and we're going to throw this column in here. We're going to delete this row, and instead of making these full width, make this 6 and make this also 6, and just do then we're going to grab these images. Console, sources, CDN, shop, files. Let me see if we can find these beautiful images. That's this one. Open a new tab, and let me see of this tiger. It's just looking and trying to find, but of course this process of me trying to find these images, you won't have that, because yeah, you are not going to copy their website. And once again, this is not a invitation to copy their website and to copy everything they do. I'm just showing how easy it is to make a high quality and professional looking website for almost for free. So let me go into here and change this media, drop this here. Yeah, so let me just get this better, get these columns switched up, and get this in here. Drop this in here, and well, as you can see, the height is a bit different. So let me change the height to around 350 px. Here, change this parallax to in here. It's maybe more. It's maybe 450, and this also to 450. Throw this a bit in here, and then what we do? What is the copy they have there? Premium silk pillowcases. So this probably goes to their. Let me put this in here. This probably goes to their category page. like this. And this is shop now. Remove this HTML. This carousel right here, and this probably goes to their sleepwear page. That's pretty straightforward. Let me drop this to here, and this also to here. And let's continue. So then we continue to, they have another product section. I will also admit to you, this tutorial should be a bit more structured with indeed the products, but I really can't be bothered because I'm not going to sell you this template with these products. I won't do that. That's just copyright. I'm just showing you, hey, look how easy it is to make this type of good looking website. It's not that hard, it's not that difficult. And you definitely shouldn't pay a big agency to do that, even though I'm promoting it to you. But that's a editor, cut this out. Alright, so for this part they also have an overlay. Here we're going to add a dark overlay a bit more from the bottom. And we'll just copy this right here, this RGB. And going to add the same overlay in here. And this will make the text a bit more visible. To get the text a bit of bigger, 120. And here also 120%. Make this a bit wider, a lot wider. Premium sleepwear, they have it on one bulk. And let me change the height of this. This is actually a bit smaller, premium sleepwear, 80%. And they have this also here. Let me just also put this to 80%. And let me make this actually, no, that's good. So here I've added already in the products, and as you can see, this here is gray. I also need to keep the consistency on the backgrounds like this, and also here. So it's all gray. Here we have the bundle and save. So as you can see, they actually use a lot of banners. So when you have like nice imagery like they do, you can just keep using banners and keep making a good looking website, because I have to admit to you, a lot of their website design, it comes from their good images. If you put in bad images into this template that I'm going to sell you, and you will have a bad website. So your imagery is very important. Your imagery is very important. And I understand you probably won't buy the template based upon this video because it's not even finished yet. But that's why I also make tutorials. So if you don't have the facilities to buy the template, you can just make it yourself. Just invest in your web development skills a bit. Here we have a section with one title, 3 columns, 3 image boxes with text and Yeah, that's it. A title with 3 image boxes and text. So make this F7, F7, F7 consistent with the rest. Column, 3 columns, and above here 1 text line like this, approved by registered thingamajigs. Here we added 1 column, so it all has the same width. And as you can see, this is a whole section, and this whole row actually isn't that. It has this width right here, 1200, and it's the same for these things right here. This also has a 1200 pixel width, these image boxes. I'm just going to save this image. Actually, I could also recreate this with AI and recreate these images and act like it's my own template, but I don't do that. I'm not doing this right now. So here we add the image, then we have the text. As you can see, all the images have a border, and we'll get to that later. Type this out for me. So we're going to add the column, duplicate it, and duplicate it like this. Alright, and this is actually a bit smaller, as you can see, around 90%. Yeah, beautiful. And they have a bit of a padding in this text part. So to column, one column. Here we're going to drag this in, and in this column we're going to give a bit of a maybe 10 pixel padding. Yes, this is the check mark. So we're going to add this in here. What's his name? Dr. Chris Winter. With this check mark like this. And this is actually a H3. But we're going to make this a lot smaller. Chris Winter, neurologist. Neurologist. And this is around 75%. So, and let me see, can we make this a bit? Yeah, perfect. We duplicate this. We paste in here. We duplicate this. We paste in here. Then the only thing that we're going to change for now is we're going to add these images. In here. We're going to add this in here. And then we have this last slider with images. So this is the white part of it. White, I mean the white section part right here. Here we have a row with one column, the same as in here. Duplicate this, paste this. This row has a fill with 1200 pixels. Hashtag pillow talk with Dore Rose. And here you have a gallery actually. And original. This is default. This is a slider. And how much? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We show 6 columns. And in the gallery, the image that we're going to choose, add to gallery, inspect, sources, CDN, shop, files. Can I find this quickly? Ah, yes, here they are. Open a new tab, open a new tab, open a new tab, open a new tab. Is this all? 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. 6. All right, so let me just save these 6 images just for the purpose of it. And then we're going to drop these in here into the gallery. Size is full size, update gallery. And then the only thing we have left here is the height is a bit higher, but not that high. It's a bit smaller. 320-ish? Yeah, 320-ish I think. And I should actually add one more image. Let me just add this image twice. just for the sake of the slider part. And then the slider, how much it changes. Auto slide disabled. Column spacing a bit smaller. That's better. And the only thing we have left to complete this homepage is we need to add a border to all images. A radius to all images. As you can see, it needs to have a small radius like here. Hi. And if you want to stop without editor, you need to edit this part out of where this section is seen. The only thing we have left to make the homepage look beautiful is to have the border on all the images. So what you can do basically is in the customizer right here, I think we have layout. No, there is a option style that this is the button radius. You should also put this to 5 pixels. This will come in handy in any of the later tutorials. There is a I want to give all images on my WordPress site a 10 px border radius, radius with CSS. Alright, let me see if you can help ChatGPT out and give him a styling. With this. Also, if this needs to have image border radius 10 pixels, we go to here. Alright, and this also needs 10 pixel radius. Let me see. Look, because if you do it like this, this method, also these images get a radius, so that's not the best practice. Let me get the correct code and I'll get right back to you. So for the last part, the last things we have left to make this a beautiful looking homepage, we're going to make this a bit smaller like this. And then we're going to move on to this part right here, because as you can see, the text here is a bit too big. I'm going to make this just a tiny bit smaller, 90%, so it all fits on one row. And then for the background, for the border radius of the banners, what I did was I added this piece of code right here, background banner fill, and banner layers containers. So, and that because I added that, I needed to add the color code of F7, F7, F7 to prevent something like this happening. As you can see, the black dots at the side, so it's actually still not rounded. F7, F7, F7. I did it for all these banners, and for these images I turned it, instead of images I turned them into banners. And then apply, update, and that's that. Let's put them next to each other. I just found one last thing. When you scroll down, this is the header main. I think it's the sticky header. Yeah, it is. Header main, top bar, header bottom, unscroll. Let me remove that and let me change the header main background color to fully white. It's just a small thing, but it makes a world of difference. Then the only questionable thing we have on this current design right now is, alright, how will we make this look a bit cleaner? The best thing is just having the right product images. This looks almost exactly the same. We're also able to provide a Trustpilot but a logo like this. And let me see, in the last check, there also need to be a bit of a padding below here. So let me add a gap of around 30 pixels. Gap of 30 pixels. Let me this in here and let me drop the text above it. So we have a nice little gap right there. And this will make it look a bit better. Here, this is just the shortcode of the Trustpilot widget. We can provide you with this if you're looking for it. This actually costs 400 euros a month. We can provide it for you for 11 euros. So just slide into the comments. Here we have these images. We follow with these images. Then we have the bundle and save part right here. Then we continue to the approved by registered dermatologists and specialists, and then we end up with this section right here. So the next part we'll be making the footer. We'll also be making a product page, and we'll also be making the cart drawer, and then eventually we can even move on to the Shopify checkout. Let me see. We can even move on to Shopify checkout with these conversion optimized parts right here. So that's it for this tutorial. Thank you for watching. I hope you learned something, and until the next one. See ya. Bye.